rules are listed in the character sheet for this one.
Yeah, you beat the beast out of this one. Gauge the swarm subtype. Uses normal AC.
Okay, next to go is Mort.
Mort will step in. And batter the elemental.
Okay, big thing of water. You swing your club, and the face inverts and looks at you and seems surprised that there's such a big thing attacking it.
AC 31.
You
Doing bludgeoning damage?
Yep.
Bludgeoning damage does not reduce by half. It's piercing and slashing. It is 11 damage.
Okay, this thing has DR 5.
Okay, so 27.
27 damage. You injure the thing. Some of the water that goes splashing away from the creature does not rise back up out of the pool and reconstitute.
And he will smack it again, AC 32.
Yep, almost splitting it in half with your club.
No. 22. 36 damage after DR.
That's after DR? Holy
That's
fuck.
after DR.
50. 63. Okay, the thing is cut in half almost, and there are these two spindles of water that are trying to regrow and reattach. Bargle's actually, like, you broke his fake concentration. He's got his head tilted off to the side, and he's looking at Mort, just looking him up and down.
Not good.
Like, fascinated by Mort.
Now is the time to start pulling scrolls.
Chaga comes running into the room. Expeditiously. I think that's plus 30, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up to double your baseline speed.
Okay, so 40. He moves into the room, he sees the water elemental, and he'll use his Hand of the Mage to send his abyssal pick flying at the water elemental. I think Chaga misses. No Bard Song up?
Not yet. Next round.
His Abyssal Heavy Steel pick with Hand of the Mage is at a plus 10. He hits AC 14, which is a miss. It goes flying back into his hand, though. Ugh. He's just sitting there! Los, I got him! As he comes flowing out of the backpack through Chaga. Chaga goes as he's got goose pimps now.
I just picture him jiggling.
yeah. And so it's a move action to get out, and then I guess Los sees this big thing in the way, so he'll camp here. The water elemental will take a swipe at Los. 18 on the die. AC 30, I think, hit a Los.
Is it magic?
And there's water that splashes all around the ghost, doing no damage. Bargle, like, he's looking at Los now. He's trying to take stock of what all of you are. Los is attacking the water with reckless abandon.
5.
With his Ghost Touch a Stock. Achoo! Hitting the ghost.
How much damage can you do with the pound? Your big chungus?
-5. Los swipes at the water for 11 damage.
With his mutagen and weapon of awe, he does 2d8 plus 27.
I got it! Los kind of flies through the water elemental as it, after getting hit a couple of times from Mort, effectively dribbles back into the pool, and nothing else emerges from the pool. Bargle seems a little disappointed, but he is studying the group of you and looks down at the rats that are all trying to get into this sphere, and not a one is touching Bargle. He smiles. Bargle sits and waits. Junker.
Junker's gonna move into the room, and his rats are gonna just like basically find the dimensions.
Yeah, they're all finding the bottom of the sphere.
I think
One of them actually made it to the top and is running around at the top while the rest are trying to like eat the sphere. Bargo's looking at them. The sphere is gently, kind of like at the bottom of the sphere, is touching the cushion of the seat.
No. I think we're...
Bargle, I guess, like on his turn, he smiled and he was taking something out that looks like a slate board and a piece of chalk.
I don't think he understands that Mort broke all of his doors. We'll wait for 4 minutes or whatever it takes for Mort to pound through that sphere. No.
So Junker moves in. He looks at Junker and smiles.
Okay.
There is a sturdy wooden door. It has some metal reinforcements, but it is definitely wooden. It's a much nicer crafted door. It is closed.
Yeah, I think that is. He's moved and moved and moved.
Barnabas. You're muted.
All right. Barnabas is gonna just kind of in the doorway because he's a coward.
Hmm? In cursive with the chalk, he holds up a little slate that says hello. I'm Bargle.
More, go shake it like a fucking snow globe.
And no, he's rubbing the slate. Grackle sleeping. Getting teabagged by Tarp. No, I'm kidding. Alistair is moving forward. What the fuck is he doing? And he crouches behind this body. What happened to you? Appears not all is well in the world of... What did you call them?
Doppelgangers.
Oh, doppelgangers. Stupid! And kicks the thing. It's already dead. Ghost.
Ghost is going to move in. That's a triple move.
Okay, Bargle seems to smile or wink or nod as every one of you comes in, like he's acknowledging your presence. The surprise is gone. His mighty elemental destroyed in a few swings. Mort.
Mort flies over. He tries to move the cross-check it with his club. Like, does it move or?
It doesn't even budge. It's kind of like a glass or a plexiglass. Not that you understand what plexiglass is. Your hands kind of like go against the perfect sphere. Boggle's looking up at you. He's smiling. He writes the word dummy and
which enrages Mort, and he starts beating on the thing.
Do you have any actions left?
Yeah, that was one action to get there. 2 to try. I guess, yeah, he's got an action left.
Okay, so attack the sphere as if it were an object.
2 damage.
Now, adamantine gets through hardness up to what?
Up to 20.
Okay.
It doesn't work on us.
All right.
So it's
He raises the club. He looks at the club. He doesn't seem to be very worried.
33 damage.
we hurt him. We hurt his feet.
And there's this ever so slight, like, kind of concentric circles in the side of the sphere. You do 3 damage to the sphere.
We could get in there, boys. We've got the master key.
He looks at you and seems concerned. he at least spends the next round going, negotiate? And a number of hit to...
Oh, it's gonna have.
Ugh.
It's gonna have enough hit points. It's gonna have a lot of hit points, but we've got a lot of mort.
All right, just this next round, Alistair kind of hides behind the statue and will ready a well, eventually he'll just basically ready a hex. What is everyone doing? Like he's not doing anything. The rat swarm's just moving around.
So, I think I can summon into the sphere. Because it's a conjure. I think you can make stuff appear.
I think it has to be line of sight.
Which I can see. I
Well,
don't.
you can
I don't
see.
believe summoning has a line of effect requirement. But it's a good question. Do I think I can summon into the sphere?
Well, you don't know what the sphere is, so...
Correct. It might be magic. So I'm going to attempt to summon into the sphere. I don't have any powerful summons left. It's just going to be annoying for him. Just to be a dick.
This chihuahua biting his foot.
Just an angry monkey.
Okay, who is going to do the summoning?
Oh, that's Junker.
Okay, and what are you summoning?
I am summoning a... we're summoning a dire rat.
Oh, I think I have some of those on another map. Give me a second.
Yep. It's a first level summon. That's all I got left. I'm completely
All right. There is a line from the spell that kind of tells me whether this works or not. It actually says under the spell, it makes reference to breath weapons and spells cannot pass through.
So creation, because it doesn't, like, the spell doesn't come from you and shoot out. But I don't know. If we say this doesn't work, that's cool.
Yeah, I think for now we could do a better look later on to see if you can summon beyond it. But I think there still needs to be a line of effect. But it does say teleportation effects could work, which is interesting. Okay, there's a rat on the outside that joins the other rats, and it's very ratty on the outside.
That means he can't do anything to us, so we can just wait.
Okay. Barnabas will start a bard song and encourage Mort to bash the...
Oh my, this is going to take a while, isn't it? I think Chaga's just going to move in and ready to, like, throw his mage, hand of the mage. Yeah, he'll move in here.
Ghost is moving, like, we'll move up. They're going to basically get within 10 feet and get ready to attack the crap out of them.
Yeah, Los is hovering kind of next to the orb, just ready with his blade. Bargle's standing up in the sphere now. He's pointing at the slate like, negotiate? He can't hear you, so we're getting the stream is getting the effect of, like, what he hears from the rest of you guys.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, so it feels like there's a bunch of readied actions. Let me capture those in round 1 of the combat, just in case we get to that again. So Los is readying to attack. Junker is...
They're going to move in and they're...
ready? Okay.
You guys want him alive, right?
No.
No,
Yeah, but
at this point,
Yeah.
we'll raise him from the dead if we have to.
it happens.
Barnabas is readying or no?
Yeah, it's already a spell.
Okay. Are you standing? Are you staying there, or are you moving in?
He'll stay there.
Okay. Alistair is writing a hex, and Mort is the one spending time bashing. Okay. How much damage does Mort do in an attack?
On average.
On average.
Well, with the Bard song, he does 8 damage average every hit.
24 per round.
24 per round.
Oh.
So a minute or so, depending on how powerful he is.
Okay. So you start. Boom, 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 boom. Boggles he takes a moment just to look at you, and then he's starting to look at the sphere. He actually touches on the other side, and you hit it again. He pulls his hand back. He's starting to cast spells.
Alright guys, time to shit your pants.
Bargle re-ups mirror image. He does not like this. He does not like this one bit. 6 images. Okay, so there are a bunch of Bargles inside.
Well, it's good to have a Mort.
Bargle casts another spell. I don't know if you guys are spellcrafting him or whatever.
We're spellcrafting him.
Yes, Barnabas was spellcrafted.
19. First, second, or
Okay. Yeah, his eyes seem to get dark, and there's like some weird necromancy that's pouring out of his eyes and nostrils and ears. It's a false life.
yeah, you'll be those hit points.
Third round, he's going to sprinkle some diamond dust on himself.
Yeah, it won't help you today. Well,
It was snorts it.
The help versus the arrows.
yeah.
Actually, it won't if I make them +4 arrows if somebody's told me what's going on. So, or we have to make them.
Yeah, the DC 23 on the spellcraft there.
Barnabas got a 35.
Okay, so you understand that he's
Yes.
yeah.
Alright lads, we're gonna need adamantine to get through that spell.
And like the thing is starting to become not as transparent because of the T-dish size radius breaks that are in the force field. Mort's strong enough to pound through a wall of force. Mark is what we're learning right now.
Well, yes, he's got a couple spells up too, and his mutagen, and he's very large. So
Because his plan was, I'm a high level caster. I'm just gonna put up this thing and outweight their buffs, and then we'll have a fight. Because he could have waited in there for you know that he's around 9th or 10th level, so yep.
Levels would all be gone.
That's why he was all smug. He's like, yeah, we'll get stand around, we'll have a fight when all your buffs are down. He's not smiling anymore.
We should have took that stupid block that he used to crush us, and if Ook was around, it would just put balance the block on top of here.
Round 4, he turns invisible.
Mort can see him.
Okay, and there's a spellcraft check to see what kind of invisibility.
36. Improve.
Yep. Round now it's only the people. No, it's lesser.
Oh, it's lesser? Okay. You just turned invisible. Not the good kind now.
Round 5. For those that can see him, DC 17.
Barnabas can't see him anymore.
Yep.
Okay, he re-upped his shield spell.
Ah, fuck. Barnabas pulls out his wand of Scorching Ray again.
You don't have seen this?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the list. It's just
Yeah.
I said I cast it earlier, but I thought I had it, and then I checked. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I wasted that action because I don't see shit now.
This is so
I was relying on glitter dust to get me
Well-
through till I got it.
Well, you have glitter dust, right? So you'll know where he is.
Yeah.
Like you can ready to glitter dust the second that crack in the thing goes.
Yes, that's kind of a plan.
I've already fairy fired. I want to check fairy fire to make certain it's minute per level, not like a minute per level. That would be nice. It's just, handy. Nope.
Do I start that now?
Take your beating. Just take the beating.
Just take your legs.
How long does that spell take? I think it's 3 rounds. Fuck. Or a full round. One round. He's gonna time that well. Sorry, I'm just going through his equipment.
At this point, Junker is going to cast looks like this thing's going to crack soon. He's going to cast an adhesive spittle.
Okay.
I spit on you, I gob on
He
you.
he casts a first level spell that fills the orb full of mist. You could kind of see him like in there, but like
You should have done that earlier.
yeah, just a little bit of. Oh, weird. All right. Mort's about 2 or 3 rounds of swinging before he breaks this thing.
Okay.
You notice that Bargle takes out a rope. The rope's not very big.
Rope trick inside the sphere.
He casts a spell and the rope just sort of like goes to the roof of the bubble.
Because the sphere's not big enough to completely block sight, it just makes it
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. It's just he has concealment in there, and you can see kind of what he's doing, like he's in a goldfish bowl or something. Yeah, if DC 19, he just cast a rope trick.
I wonder if I thwart into that rope trick and it'll be too bad and leave. I don't know. Does anybody else with? Well, I guess there's a rope, but anybody else with C and Viz have spellcraft?
Oh, I'll check more.
Oh yeah, Chaga.
I rolled 2. I mean, I'd do that too. It'd be like, hopefully they're dum-dums.
Well, the next maneuver, if you guys don't identify a rope trick,
Nope.
might allow him to get away. Ah, Chaga sees it. Oh, it's a tricky little rope. He's going to climb the rope and go into a little extra dimensional space. If you
Can I
just
climb the rope?
yes, or you could destroy the rope and pop him out.
Done.
All right, that's exactly what he.
On your last swing, bang, bang, crack, attack the rope.
That rope is gonna have a bad day.
You can't see what he's doing now, though. That's the
He can
thing.
do whatever, he could be. He's. Oh, did he have a chance to get any of our fluids? I don't remember
Okay, Mort, are you stopping the destruction of the?
Oh no, he's going.
Oh, there's this horrible popping sound, like as you rip the sphere open. It is destroyed.
Rats are jostled in place.
Yep, the rats could climb the rope if they wanted.
So,
Oh, that would be so
how many
good.
pictures does a swarm count as?
I think it either counts as one or lots.
That's so good.
The rope is just dangling there, and it seems to be going up like it's a skyhook, basically. In order of initiative, you guys get your reaction. So I'm gonna add new initiatives. We have the technology to figure out who goes first.
You're beating wizard.
Oh, he tried. He tried.
Yeah, he tried pretty hard. Next time I play a wizard with like a castle, I need to get like a rope trick curtain rope thing, just like a
Yeah. The secret getaway curtains.
All right, Grackle's sleeping. Alistair has a ready to action. He's going to keep his ready to action because he can't see the dude. Junker.
Junker is going to ready to spit on the guy when he sees him to glue him in place, and the rat swarm is going to go inside the trick.
Okay. They all begin to go up into the rope, and yeah, there's this popping sound, and you can see that there is a flying wizard that is basically spread eagle like this. His magic of fly seems to catch him from falling, and he's hovering in place. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of ready actions that go off, starting with Alistair's. So Alistair's first ready action is to misfortune him. So the wizard. I don't have Bargle's stats open. Give me a second. Plus the doppelganger. Six. Immune to charm and sleep. Okay. And this is a DC 18, or have to roll twice. He makes it. So that was Alistair's ready to action. Junker, you're ready to action.
I'm just checking to see. I got too much window open at the same time.
Oh, your dire rat's gone by now.
Yeah, the dire rats only run for 6 rounds. I will spit at him.
Okay.
And it this liquid acts as a tanglefoot bag to be able to make an attack roll. The DC is to counteract this effect, to avoid being stuck to the floor, break, or spells. Use spells DC rather than the tanglefoot bag. So the tanglefoot bag, so he is entangled.
He gets a reflex save.
He gets a reflex save not to be glued to the floor, so he's just entangled.
Okay.
-4 dex.
He was not flying anywhere near the floor, but right now he is. He got a.
Makes him have to make checks to cast spells.
Okay, he's automatically entangled.
Yeah, it's like a tanglefoot bag with no attack roll. I didn't pick the spell.
He's all gooey.
Yep.
Full of goo.
This spell kind of is a bunch of bullshit, but
Ah!
for the next 4 rounds, he's goofy. There's no attack rolls, so it doesn't. Maybe just don't do anything.
It doesn't say negate.
Nope. It's a partial as per tanglefoot bag.
Okay.
The rats will try to eat him.
He's too high up, but they can climb the wall. So, yep, they're climbing up the wall and diving onto him. Oh, fuck.
Okay. Vine strike. Because this is a vine strike. Does the Bard Song? Did they get encouraged by Bard Song?
They have.
No, there's no attack roll involved, so there's no.
Okay. So one of your natural attacks deals 1d6.
It's just a damage roll.
So this is just
D8s.
This doesn't do additional damage with Vine Strike. It simply is they could be entangled, which he's already entangled. But we'll do it anyway.
No, Vine Strike does additional damage.
It does an extra d6 slashing, I believe.
It's an extra d6. Okay. That's kind of a bad roll, but 9 damage doesn't get through DR. But it knocks a chunk off DR.
Yep.
1 hit points on that thing. Okay.
Okay, the rats are swarming around him. Does no damage. So he doesn't get sickened because of this. He didn't take damage from the Vine Strike, so
He doesn't have to.
yeah. So is Junkers ready? Ghost.
Does Ghost?
Well, actually, now it's Bargle's turn. He's gooey.
Is,
Oh no, they're readied actions. Sorry, these are readied actions that are going off. Ghost's readied action.
do I know where he is based off of the rats swarming, or no?
You can make a perception check. The DC would be 20, and then there's rats attacking him, so 16 to know exactly what square he's in.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You know what square he's in. There's also a bunch of localized mist, if we forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to just attack twice. We don't see him. I mean, like, I'm not going to true strike. Actually,
Yep.
I know where he is, so I'll use the true strike attack, which I was saying before.
Yep.
So I'm going to true strike an arrow into his space,
Sure.
because screw that guy.
And he's invisible, so his mirror images aren't working.
And mischance doesn't true strike.
And then the obscuring mist that he put up doesn't matter.
I roll a 16. I add 30.
You hit a Bargle.
Okay. So does Bargle take frost damage?
I think he takes all the elements.
Okay. 1d6 plus 1d6 plus. We're both within. Oh, do we get the flank on him or no? I don't see him, but I bypass the concealment.
Sure.
Okay, he gets snicked. And the bow is a +4 bow. And it's -1 damage off of that number. So +4 +2 +4 +2. That's really mean. 26 damage and 3 bleed.
Okay. So first, take off 10, which you did not do. So that's...
I don't need it's a +4 weapon.
Oh, it gets through the DR.
Yeah.
Alright, then we'll take off the temp hit points, so he takes 13 damage after the temp hit points are gone, and he's got 3 bleed.
We're gonna make him make so many rolls before he's allowed to cast a spell again.
Bleed 3. Yeah! That was Ghost's ready to action. Los is the next. Mort, you were actually the one that triggered all this because you attacked the rope. So, right, you destroyed the rope, right?
Yeah.
No. All the rats went up there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Mort.
Mort, give me a second. So Mort spent. These are ready to actions to the popping of the thing, which then.
Mort popped the thing.
Mort popped the bubble, the rats ran up as a ready to action, which then popped the other thing, and then a bunch of other ready actions going. So Mort's turn doesn't happen yet.
No.
Los's ready to action is to stab. And he will stab. Is there a bard song running?
There is.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take an extra 5 off it, dude.
He's going to stab with a Piranha Strike. Plus 12. There's a flank with Mort.
Hurt him.
AC 28 potentially hits him. First, we need to get through the mist.
He's within 5 feet, so it's 20%.
He doesn't have see invisibility, so he misses due to the invisibility.
Okay.
It's the higher of the two. So he missed. Chaga definitely sees Bargle. And his ready to action was the Hand of the Mage goes flying out. With the heavy crit weapon.
Get him. Hurt him.
The ×5 crit pick.
Kill him.
Roll a 20.
With Bard Song, the Hand of the Acolyte hits at plus 12. Point blank shot applies. That's plus 13. And he does have precise shot now because he dipped into fighter. AC 16 is a miss. Yeah.
Does it take an image out? With a -2 to his AC?
Give me a second.
And him being flat-footed because it's the start of combat. So,
he's not flat-footed. He knew you guys were coming in, and I also gave you your readied actions, even though it was the start of combat. So, to be fair to him, I will give him his Dex to AC. However, his AC is 20. With his spells up, -2 is 18. So that came close, but no. That means it hits an image. Yeah. Image, and then Chaga's abyssal pick goes flying back into his hands.
The Bard Song?
And then Barnabas had a readied spell. Yeah, that's including the Bard Song.
Okay, you're taking continuous damage, and you're in... Oh, Barnabas, sorry.
I think...
Sorry, we're supposed to give Ahmed Los's attack.
It's all good.
You know what? Fuck. Yeah, can I glitter dust him? Yes, without getting anyone else is the thing.
Glitter dust Los, because Los doesn't matter.
You could...
Oh yeah, I can glitter dust Los. That's right.
Ghost, and it's not for it.
Yeah.
The rats got glitter dust. They're shiny rats. They don't care. They'll make a death roll.
Yeah, I think the rats need to roll to see if they're blinded or not.
Which is, they just, yeah.
They just go after what's moving.
They might not be able to not attack the allies or something. I think they just saved.
Okay.
18.
Yeah. They got a 24.
What is your
DC is 18.
DC? Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Bargle's got a good will save.
Well, I would imagine.
He rolls a nat 20. He's
well, you know what? Good for rolling it on that instead of your disintegrate.
He's glittery, and I think Los is unaffected by the conjuration.
Conjuration does normally impact.
Yep. Ha ha! He dances in the glitter because it's funny. Now it's the beginning of the first round. That was just all the readied actions that went off. Grackle is sleeping. Alistair.
Good role playing.
Practicing.
Tarp takes a break and looking at Grackle. Takes a few quick measurements for traps.
Scratch his nose.
That's how high Hobgoblin is. Okay. Statistical range of his surveys of Hobgoblin kind are, added to some ledger somewhere. All right, Alistair. Alistair gets a full round now. Okay, so let's make this guy's life miserable. The first thing that we're going to do is cast Ill Omen because there's no save on this.
Yeah, boy, that's what we like. We like the nonsense and bullshit.
Let me just recheck the spell. I think this is a spell that if he makes the spellcraft check, he can just basically wave off as an action. Yeah, you no saving throw SR, yes. It's an enchantment compulsion, which he's not immune to. On the next d20 roll, the target must roll twice. For every 5 caster levels you are, the target rolls twice an additional d20 time. So that's two times. And he can use a move action if he identifies the spell to ward the spell away, which I think he just does.
It burns up one of his actions.
If he decides to do this, right? Now, Alistair is going to force the issue before he can wave it away.
Did it say on his turn?
On his turn, yeah.
So, on who's the his in the sentence?
Bargle.
Okay. Cool.
Should I evil eye him?
Yes.
He already made the save against misfortune, so I can't re-misfortune him.
You don't have the thing you have to do it twice?
Nope.
Okay. It's the next d20 roll. It's not the next d20 roll on their turn. So it's just the next time you roll a d20.
Yep. Evil eye, his AC ability checks, attack roll, saving throws, or skill checks. Which one?
Yeah, sorry, what were the options?
Attacks, saves,
Oh, you have to pick
AC.
one of those?
Yep.
I think saves is probably the most frequent.
Yes.
Solo checks isn't one of them, so it'd be probably saves. His AC didn't sound too terribly amazing. He's a wizard who's invisible.
Okay, he's gonna attack his saves. So it means he has to roll twice against the evil eye. Oh, and he makes the save.
Very, very convinced he doesn't want that.
Yep. Okay, that was Alistair's go. Junker and the rats.
The rats are gonna mange all day long.
Oh.
19 damage, so 9 damage, and you could be more entangled.
Yeah, and he gets through the 10 gets through the stone skin and 9 damage.
Yep.
He still has the 3 bleed, and then he could be sickened.
Yep.
The DC on that,
It's 17.
he's got a +9 fort save. He makes it. Oh, he has to roll twice. This is the second time.
Yep.
He makes it.
Okay.
He's rolling well. Ah! He wants to get away. He really wants to get away. Then it's Junker's turn.
Junker is going to start shooting images, basically. He's going to attack 3 times with his bow.
Okay.
And so he's got the plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1d20 plus 14. AC 21.
That potentially hits.
AC 17.
That hits within 5, maybe.
AC 7. I think images go before concealment.
Yep. Yep.
He's got shield up though, right?
He does, but he's shooting arrows.
He's a wizard.
So,
No, Barnabas's AC is. It's not really something to write home about.
the first one
Hits.
Sorry, it does hit from the mischance, and then it's images, right? So
Yep.
1d6.
6.
Yes.
So 2 images go away.
Yeah, do your job, Junker.
Alright, now it is Bargle's turn.
Alright, Bargle, you bleed 3.
Yeah. Bleed your unnatural blood. Ah!
Everybody's trying to hurt you. And you're surrounded.
Bargle wants to get out of here. He's going to use his last dimension door spell to go away. This time for good. You've You've beaten him. He doesn't want to play anymore.
Concentration.
So there's a bleed check. There's a entangle check, and there's a defensive check unless you want to get pummeled.
Yeah, he's going to do all three. So the continuous damage concentration check.
Probably auto makes it, but I still there's a principle here.
Yep.
It'll be 11,
Is
DC 15.
DC 15, and his concentration check is
Should be something around there. Plus 14, something like that.
plus 14.
So he auto makes it.
Yeah. That first one he makes.
Okay.
Now, the entangled while casting is DC 15 plus spell level.
Nope. This one is DC. Sorry, DC 16 plus spell level.
Okay, so DC 20.
From a spell. The spell replaces the DC.
He makes
That's the. The next one here, though.
is 15 plus double spell level. So 23. He fails.
Hang around. Stay around for a while.
he tries to cast and there are creatures eating at him, and he's trying to dodge things, and Mort just ends up bumping him a little bit. You were going to swipe, but his hands go up, and you mix up his words. Okay, at this point in time, I think he's going to step.
Didn't he use an action to do something?
It's 2 actions, right?
Yeah, 2 actions to fail the spell, and he's got 1 action left. He's going to step diagonal.
No, but I mean, Alistair for the spell.
Alistair made him roll.
He doesn't have to do it, and he rolled a bunch of times already.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to fly diagonally up away from the wall. So now he's 15 feet off the ground. At least he's kind of out of the rat swarm at this point.
Well, he's right over the rats, so he's 10 feet from the rats. Perfect.
Yeah, the rats can still shoot him in the taint, which Ghost is about to do, apparently. He's also left his protective mist area that the blind rats are in. Or maybe not blind, but...
What action is it for to close your eyes?
Free?
Free?
Happens only on your turn, though.
Alright, so we're going to attack a bunch, and then on the last attack we will true strike. So we'll do a rapid shot, and then we'll do the close our eyes, do the true strike power, spell strike.
Okay, with your eyes closed. So the two attacks first with your eyes open, you close your eyes, and then you do the true strike. Okay. I think Adam's finding a thing. You then do spend your round like you're blind, like until your next turn, basically.
Free action left to open my eyes.
No, you can't keep on doing that.
I'm totally cool with that. It
Yep.
works.
You're effectively flat.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's like you could open your eyes again, but you're effectively flat-footed again.
He's got uncanny dodge, so it's...
But he's got uncanny dodge, so...
So you can basically be blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm totally cool with fair being the right answer there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so...
I blink and the second level spell is no longer useful. Okay.
Exactly.
Magic solved via eyelids.
Alright, so we are not deadly aiming. Or actually, we will deadly aim. Screw that. We're deadly aiming. AC 26.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Bargle! Yeah!
26 and AC 30.
Yeah, those are potential hits.
1d3 right now or 1d4?
There are 3 images.
D4.
Pop.
And these are with your eyes open, right? So,
Yep.
okay.
So one of them is a hit,
Yeah, 1 image goes away,
and then he gets one in the...
and then 50-50.
From what?
Oh, it's the eyes. So there's because he's invisible. No, he's not invisible. He's visible.
Oh, because of the mist. Sorry, because of the glitter dust. You're right. Yeah.
Glitter.
Yeah. So you did hit him. I'm Bargle.
Because it's fun. We're true striking that last one. We do hit him again, and I'm going to roll together to get him. Get him. Got him.
And your bow is getting through the stone skin.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you shoot an arrow kind of like underneath each buttock.
2 damage from 2 arrows.
He's kind of panicking as one of the arrows kind of like went through the buttock and is like sticking out the other end. He's like, shocking a little bit.
There's no time for humor.
Get him. There's a little bit of poop dribbling down his wizard robes. Mort.
Oh, Mort is
Push him.
swinging for the fences.
We do need to talk to him.
37. We can talk to his pace.
Okay.
15. AC 25.
Yeah, those are 2 hits.
D3.
We'll see how much damage he does per hit.
A D3 first.
Yeah, well, I'm just rolling for... And would 21 hit?
Yep.
Alright, so... 1D...
Oh, God.
An
image gone?
An image, now D2 for images.
Image
Image,
gone?
and then that last hit
Uh-oh.
connects.
I can't.
No, he says like
There you are! 35 points of damage.
Okay.
Can't have that many hit points even with his monster hit dice.
On top of 106.
Got like what? 14 hit dice or something?
35 is 107. Plus another 5, 112.
Got monster hit dice.
You drop him. And his con is...
Come on, baby. I actually don't care. Either way, it's fun.
At this point, yeah, it's like I don't
You
care.
can tell the witch she's dead.
Alright, you knock him out. He's spinning head over feet, or feet over head, kind of in the air because of the fly spell, bleeding all over the place.
Alright.
So it's 1:15 in the morning.
Yep.
I am going to feel free to continue. We got him. I feel safe. The rats are in good hands. Take care of it, boys. Let's step away.
Thanks,
No,
Adam.
Alright.
Fucking Bargle. Maybe stay up for an extra hour.
Nice. We'll see you Saturday.
Cocky bastard. All right. Good.
Okay.
See you, buddy.
Ahmed, you got the ghost and Junker?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Bargle is floating around.
Barnabas will cast Stabilize. Do I have Stabilize? I think I have Stabilize. Maybe not.
Okay. The party has forced the issue. You capture Bargle, who's still maintaining a Bargle-like form. Junker does notice that the blood that falls to the ground is slowly turning black. Like, this Bargle might also be one of those creatures. Bargle is stabilized and has this massive welt on the side of his head.
Okay. Let's make sure we bind him tightly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the best.
Oh, maybe we should take off his things too.
Oh, yeah, after we take his things, I mean, he didn't come all this way to not rob him.
Okay, you strip down his effects. I'll add that to the treasure sheet in a little while. But yeah, you do manage to grab all of his things. Eventually, well, I guess the rope trick popped, so you do have a fancy-looking silk rope.
Okay.
Oops.
Let's go check on Tarp. Is he still working away?
Let me have a quick look here. Tarp is still working.
You have to spell it.
You did notice him, like, he's a little bit closer to Grackle. He's glanced over his shoulder towards Grackle, but he's continuing to work.
Alright.
Grackle's exactly how you left him. It doesn't look like Tarp's done anything to him.
Yeah, he's been dominated to just work, so he's not going to hurt Grackle. Okay.
What's here? This is his lab? The rats are starting to check around for...
This appears to be like an audience area. You do find things on his person. Let me have a quick look and describe what it is that you grabbed. He has a headband, which seems to be a much more attractive looking headband than what the other Bargles were wearing.
I'm coding, so I don't even know why he's calling that.
He has some gloves that are magic, 3 wands, a little statuette of Bargle.
Is it magical?
It has fading magic on it. Like it might have been used as a spell component or a focus. Small bronze statuette of Bargle. He has a handful of potions. He's wearing a cloak that is radiating magic, a ring. His sack is radiating magic. There's an assortment of tools that are around this doppelganger, and in this room, you find surgery tools, autopsy tools, dissection tools, sculptor's tools, and trapmaker's tools. The sets of the sculptor's tools and the trapmaker tools, all masterwork, are probably out with Tarp. About 1,000 gold pieces of spell components.
Nice.
And a ring in his pocket, like something that he wasn't wearing.
Strangely, I'm more curious about the ring he wasn't wearing than the one he was.
Yeah. Anything interesting about these statues?
These statues look like the statues in the entry hall. They are of Bargle.
Okay.
And I'm pasting the treasure right now if you want to start sifting through it and taking time to do that.
Sure.
Anybody here have stone cutting? I assume not. No dwarves?
There's no dwarves among us.
The treasure from last time is also pasted in a bit more organized. The stuff you just got is not. Oh, for a bunch of wizards, I'd expect some sort of, what do you call it, spell book.
And the ghost asks, Los, can you go around the walls, check for rooms?
Yeah, sure. There's a door right here. It's a bedroom with some stuff on a table and a chest. And he goes looking around, and hey, there's a tunnel. And you see that Bargle, after a bit of exploration, was inches away from an escape tunnel.
Oh, that's so sad. It is so sad.
Instead of using the escape tunnel, he decided to lord over you with his great magic and hide in his resilient sphere.
Oh well.
Paid for that fucking mistake.
And hiding in a resilient sphere is how I lost a third ed D&D fight competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through how I lost later, but yeah.
Okie doke.
Yeah, it goes out maybe 60 feet, and you can see like a ladder that leads to a hatch, and there's some provisions and like adventuring equipment that is in here. It doesn't look like it's been used in a long time, but it's definitely a way out that perhaps the kobolds don't even use.
All right.
Okay, Ghost and... Want to check for traps, Barnabas?
Yeah, I'll check for traps. Barnabas. Oh, over here first.
He'll aid you. I think Ghost auto aids.
Mhm.
I believe so. Yes. So looking for traps.
Yeah, he auto aids.
You know, what we ought to be doing is questioning Bargle, find out what we can, find out where the elf is, then we, the doppelganger, break the spell, then Tarp will lead us through the place.
Okay, there is one more exploding an explosive rune on the door.
Okay, disable the rune. Is this good practice though?
DC 28. You are able to.
I auto aid.
Yeah, you're able to.
I get it anyway.
You're able to pop the rune, and Chaga actually pulls out a key that fits the lock to the door, and you find what looks like the chief Bargle, if you want to call him that, the head Bargle's room.
Right.
There's a feather bed in the room covered with the finest silk sheets and pillows. Off to one side is a polished wooden table. There is a single lit candle on the table. There are several books on the table itself. On the other side, there's a stout iron chest. The candle's positioned in a way that you notice that there are little statuettes in a half circle around the candle, and there's one book that's placed in front of the candle.
What's the title of the book, or can we tell?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
24.
Same.
Okay. It is, Barnabas, to you. It looks like a very common printed canon of the five-faced god.
Okay.
Ghost sees a farmer's almanac.
Oh, on the table?
Yeah. Beside the farmer's almanac slash boring canon of the five-faced god, there's a really thick book that looks like a spell book, and then there's a smaller book on top of the spell book that might be like a traveling spell book.
What have we? Yeah, look at this.
If these are books for Bargle, then real Bargle not using them.
No, I imagine the real Bargle was in that fucking one, that room filled with trash. Looked like someone was stuck in there.
But where is he?
Hmm?
Where is he?
Well, my guess is they used him up. You know, we're gonna ask though.
Not asking too politely, I guess.
No need. Oh, this was a rough one.
Indeed. These gangle-duppers are horrible.
Yeah, gangle dolphins. Alright, let's wake that shithead up.
Okay. Are you looking in the trunk?
Yeah, we'll check
Which
the trunk first.
This one?
Yep.
Whoa.
Really, really checking up the traps.
This one just has a lock on it.
Keys that we have.
It looks like somebody has recently or recent. There are signs of
Someone already forced it open?
somebody already getting rid of an explosive runes trap on the top of the chest, and someone breaking the lock.
Alright, we'll pick this lock.
Okay. Inside you find no, the lock is broken. Like it's somebody's already.
Oh, it is broken. Okay.
It still has things inside, though. There is a box full of glittering gems, including tiny rubies, some red garnets, onyx, and red quartz. I've marked these down already. There is a set of magical gauntlets. There is this magical elven rope.
He's like picking up the jewels and the gold and letting it slip through his fingers, and he's smiling at Ghost.
There is
Nothing in this room.
there is a wand, and it still bears significant magic, and a couple of potions. That look like somebody's emergency healing kit.
Alright. Well, this is all well and good, but there's an entire dungeon we need to get through, and we need to see if we can get this idiot to talk.
Yes.
Who has the ability to do that? Like, who usually does that in our party?
Oh, in this group? Chugger or Barnabas, but neither of them are really good at it. I'll be good next level, I promise you. I'm taking a feat.
There's the circle of persuasion in the loot.
Yeah, we haven't identified it yet, though.
All right. Are you taking all the things? Or you leave them where they're sitting.
Oh, no, we'll take all the things.
Okay.
All right, let's not forget this.
Are you taking the boring book and the candle and the faceless-looking like idols? All right. Ooh, it looks like I called it spell books.
Yep. From the... Alright.
Wherever the real Bargle is, he has not his books.
Now, is he bound as tightly as he's going to get bound?
Yeah, it looks like they used that 10-foot rope that he was using for the rope trick, and Mort just freaking tied him up.
Yep. Is his mouth kind of like gagged or?
It's gagged.
All right. I'm gonna wake him. Be ready to kill him.
Oh, not it, says Chugga. He backs away.
Break his finger.
Mort just shrugs and he's holding up his club. Just say when.
I'll guard the escape route.
Junker has the rats not attacking but sitting all over him.
Okay, so you're waking him up with spells.
Yeah, he's got a wand. You'll give him a charge.
Okay,
at a time.
a charge does wake him up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's gagged. Oh.
Morning, sunshine.
He looks up at you and this huge welt over his over his face, and
Now we came.
he doesn't seem to sit upright because he's got 2 arrows sticking in his buttocks, so he's sort of lying off to the side.
And rats everywhere.
Yeah, these horrible rats.
Now, as you can see, you are in something of a predicament, my friend. But so what you want to do is not
Alistair goes over and starts touching the arrows in his butt.
Alistair, wait.
I was trying to help. I couldn't help myself.
Now, as you can see, as I was saying, you are in a predicament, and your best bet is to not anger us.
He nods.
Now, we came here to meet the one and only Bargle, and if you suggest that you are the one and only Bargle, I swear I will let one of these rats eat you by itself.
Junker's like,
Give me an intimidate.
I'm not good at that.
Okay, are you...
I'm not lying.
You're not lying. You haven't really given him anything to believe that this is... Yeah, I think it's an intimidate. You're basically trying to convince him to say everything he knows. Part of violence. You are getting some... You could aid.
22. Can I get an aid from the rats? Because that's terrifying. Come on.
Yeah, the rats will give you +2. Alistair automatically gives you a +2. Mort.
Mort? Just ready.
Just do it.
Yeah, Mort, I think, gives you a +2.
Junker or Ghost?
The fact that he was defeated. The DC is 10 plus his hit dice plus his wisdom modifier.
I'm at 30.
You're at 30? Okay. He nods. He's willing to play ball.
You start casting a spell, he's going to drop the hammer on you. You got that? Alright. He pulls the gag out.
Thank you. It was starting to choke.
Where is the real Bargle?
His eyes go wide.
I don't care about him. I just need to know what happened to him.
I suspect that he is no longer alive.
So you didn't consume all of him then?
Well, no.
What happened to him?
Oh, we didn't do it to him. It was a gift, he says.
I don't knowledge what to understand how doppelgangers do their thing. Dungeoneering, monstrous
Nature.
nature. Oh, it's the same thing actually. It's 34. If I take 10.
Okay. You get the understanding that they could turn into other people as alter self, but then you also have a basic understanding that they can mimic specific people, and that might require organic material from those people. Mm-hmm. This whole becoming a wizard, though, is completely beyond anything you've seen.
Where did you learn magic?
A curious question. And he glances at...
Did Bargle teach you?
In a manner of speaking, he did.
He had a statue on him, right?
Yeah, he had a little bronze statuette of Bargle.
Did the others have it as well?
Nope. Is that what you're here for? A lesson in why I am the chief Bargle around here? He
Oh,
smiles.
no, that just happens to be something I'm curious about, and given that we've got you where we want you, I thought I'd ask whatever question I fucking felt like.
Ah, I see. How am I doing so far?
Well, you're not dead, so...
Excellent!
top marks.
Well, let me tell you about Bargle. There should be a book around here somewhere. Oh, it's probably in the other room where the other Bargles sleep. It's called The Life and Exploits of Bargle, or something. It's the Book of Bargle.
Oh, one more thing. Can you let Tarp go there?
You want me to get rid of the enchantment?
That would be appreciated. Does he need his hands and mouth to do that? Or hands to do that?
It is a standard action to dismiss a spell.
Does it require semantic, and...
It probably he can't do it from here. Yeah.
Command him in here.
If you let me free, I will definitely let you take the trap master with you. Apparently he didn't make such great traps, given that you just smashed your way through all of them. He looks up at Mort.
Yeah, well, when you got someone who can make your own dolls, it's very handy.
Yes, most destructive. Very unpleasant.
Thank you.
A dash of rude, if you don't mind me saying.
Most people do.
Of course, it's Bargle speaking.
So how did you become Chief Bargle?
I was the best Bargle.
By whose standards?
By our standards. I also can cast more spells than the others, which was very helpful, and he nods over towards the doppelganger that's chained up and dead.
What happened to him?
Well, he thought he could take Bargle's studies in a different direction. He was wrong.
Right.
There's always one in the group who wants to stand out.
Sure.
Bargle was gifted to us by our forefathers. We don't know where we got him, but we definitely appreciate the gift. Bargle's a template.
Explain template. Was he ever an actual person?
Oh yes, a very special person. A very special person that is likely no more. Yet he lives on with us, especially me. I am the last Bargle, I think.
Where is Bargle now? Or his body?
Bargle is inside all of us. Well, at least those that consumed part of the template.
Where is the rest of template?
I consumed my portion. Others did the same.
Your suspicion is that he's dead, though. The original.
Well, unless he was a troll.
Just sense motive. Even though I know these guys are awesome liars. 37 on the sense motive.
Okay. And charisma. And a feat. 26.
I beat you.
He was deflecting slightly with humor when you were pushing him as to where the other bits of Bargle are.
I want every bit of Bargle. Because I know you know where they are. You can start by telling me where they are. Are they in that room there that's so full of traps?
He smiles. No. Although it's probably a good place to keep them.
That's where I would have put them.
They're hiding in plain sight, you know.
Why don't you...
Why do you need bits of Bargle? You're not one of
I need
us.
information Bargle had.
Ah.
Are you putting him in stitches?
Close guess.
May as well tell us what the statue does. I'm just going to fucking identify it.
What information do you need from Bargle? Perhaps I know. Bargle hasn't been, well, truly Bargle in a very long time.
All right, which Bargle was the apprentice to Lars Belifont?
Oh, this is about Belifont. How is he doing, by the way? A couple of our brethren went to go say hello to him, and, well, we hadn't heard from him in some time.
Yeah, we met them too.
I have memories as an apprentice of Belifont. Of course.
Oh. You're the one we want then. This is wonderful.
Of course, some of the others had memories too.
Were they apprentices as well?
Well, how do I...
Is this one of those as a manner of speaking sort of things?
Yes, as a manner of speaking. But as the chief Bargle, there is little that goes on around here without me knowing.
Fine. Lars Belifont had an associate, and an elven woman. Lars seems to think you might know where she is.
An elven woman. Oh, are you speaking about his old adventuring companions?
I am, yes.
Well, now that is interesting. I know something you don't know.
Yeah, I know something you don't know is how long it's going to take for me to have Mort drop that on you.
I see. Could we detail a deal? You know Bargle knows magic, and I couldn't help but notice that you have a few third circle spells. Bargle knows fifth circle spells. Perhaps we could come to an arrangement.
Yeah, maybe we could. He opens up Bargle's spellbook. Yeah, fifth circle spells. Look at that.
Yeah, you flip around through it. You'd have to study it with Read Magic to
Yeah.
really know what's going on, but...
Very impressive. Seems I have, though, in my possession, fifth circle spells.
Hey, you do notice him looking at the boring book, like he stole a glance towards it, like he was worried about it, like you're reading him quite well.
That is a bit of a curiosity. Why would you have a cannon of the five-faced god?
Oh, little light reading. Perhaps I was studying some of my future subjects.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I zoned out for a second. I was thinking about
Yeah. Barnabas just called the Farmer's Almanac the canon of the five-faced god. Just if you want to pipe in, I'm just saying. Not reading, eh?
Yes, light reading. Oh, it's a cookbook.
It's not a cookbook. It's the canon that I can read.
No, it's a baker's cookbook on how to make dough.
Fuck, even Los can read. What is it, Los?
Oh, I don't like
Read
books.
that to him. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's a fairy tale.
Well, you know, that's actually often my opinion of these things, but...
Oh, this is interesting. Junker has detect magic?
Mort sees a really boring merchant manual, the types that he would doodle in his uncle's shop.
What does Junker see?
Junker sees
Techniques in cleaning.
what would be boring that Ghost did, a book of cantrips.
He casts detect magic on the book?
Who does?
Junker.
Okay, the book radiates no magic.
In Nizumi, to Barnabas and goes,
Boggle's trying to change the. Oh yes, let's get back to the elven woman.
Sense motive.
You know, you're already reading him. You rolled 37.
No.
You beat him by over 10. Like you are picking up on things. You got him where you want him.
He swats him in the head lightly with the book.
Okay.
Explain.
That sends Alistair in, who goes and wiggles one of the arrows again. Ah! Alistair hops back.
Book looks different to everyone. No magic.
Now, in nice, some would say that's a defense mechanism, so people don't pick it up. Now, it might be something similar for a wizard who doesn't want people to read a book. Am I close?
That book is not for you.
Well, it's not for you if I gouge out your fucking eyes now, is it?
He closes his eyes and then takes a deep breath. There is a strange level of conviction here that you might be touching on something sacred.
I will tell you what. If you tell us what we want to know without difficulty, I will leave this book for you and leave you alive.
He looks hopeful for a moment.
There will be no more deception from this point forward. Do we understand each other?
Fine. What do you want to know?
First thing I want to know is, do you know where this elven woman is?
Yes.
Where?
Marty needs to open up the world map because I actually forgot what it's called. I know.
You're better than me. Half the time I forget what my NPCs are named.
Alright, so I did do prep, it's just give me 30 seconds to...
Well, when the name is Jafrungadir.
Yeah, exactly. Fortress Top. She is in Fortress Top.
Knowledge geography?
Yep.
I actually have to look up the geography because it's not 24. 19. Okay, so if I take 10, it gives me a 29. Do I know where Fortress Top is, give or take?
Yeah, it is in a place called the Elsier Vale. The Fortress Top is a big hilly area in the middle of the Lyriad Woods. You guys, Foundry is near the. I'm showing a map right now as well. So Foundry is near the South Lyriad Woods. These are 60-mile hexes. Fortress Top is in the middle of the Lyriad Woods, in the lower part of the Elsier Vale. It is an ancient elven capital that was captured during the Settler Wars, and you think that there was some sort of reconciliation about 100 years ago where soldiers of the war that were long-lived kind of were forgiven and allowed to return home.
Okay.
It's like some treaty lapsed and, like elves have slowly returned to Fortress Top, but it is treated like a protected area.
All right.
On a different campaign, you saw an elven area being treated like a natural resource to be protected, as opposed to it's a protected area. It's also probably built into some of the treaties with the elves that they would be allowed to return home and live there. Fortress Top effectively is a tree city.
Fortress Top. And it's Forest of Lyriad?
Smoking not allowed.
Lyriad Woods.
Lyriad Woods, right.
There might be a mythal there.
Oh.
In fact, Elsier Vale, give me another knowledge geography.
29 again.
Elsier Vale is a place that had elves in it before the Settler Wars, And even going back before that, or during early incursions from other races through the gate, there may have been dwarves as well. To this day, if you're looking for older magic than that of the Imperium, at least the Imperial presence on this world, Elseer Vale is the place to go, as there are special treaties that do allow Elven and Dwarven settlements there. With the settlement of Volcanica, the Imperium has not been as choosy because of how outnumbered they are with kobolds and hobgoblins and Nagaji. Like, some of the early settlers were dwarves before the Settler Wars. Like, people came in waves before the Settler Wars, and this is one place where you might be able to find an elven city with a mythal or a true dwarven forge or other magical things.
Okay.
The Imperium might be a bit more welcoming to or allow such things to happen.
Okay. That's 2 seconds.
Of course, the elves may not have liked so much that they bisected the Lyriad woods with a train track long ago. But you're pretty sure that that forest top was not raised in any way. It was just simply captured.
Well,
Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the dungeon.
that wasn't so hard now, was it?
Forest Top, he says. She likely returned to Forest Top. It is where she has a home. She might even have a temple there, as she was a priestess.
Alright. Now, about the rest of this place and all the fucking traps.
Oh, yes. We fully expected some people to come after Bargle with his many exploits and how much trouble he has gotten into, plus jealousy of our magical arts.
Here's what I would like you to do right now. Command Tarp to undo all of his traps. Expose the secret door so we can take what we want.
Tarp! Tarp, come here! Your tool dropping and Tarp comes over. Yes. Go into the fake vault and undo all of your traps.
Did
Wait.
you say fake vault?
Where is real vault?
He smiles. Yes, all of the gold coins in there were painstakingly painted.
Where is real trap? Where is real vault? Real
Well,
gold.
you have stolen most of a wizard's possessions are in his magic items and in his books.
Yeah, but the ones that aren't there, so.
There's little of value unless you're interested in 20,000 imperial pennies painted gold.
Well, maybe. What's the room with all the traps, the stone that falls on your fucking head, and the
Yes.
cloud kill? What is that?
Ah, those are traps that were created by Tarp, the...
But why such high security for such a small little room?
Well, it convinced you to go in.
So there's nothing in there.
It's a false... By the time you realize the gold coins were... It's a false tomb. You can have the copper coins if you want.
No, it's fine. I don't want copper coin.
Tarp has already started to wander over. He's sighing heavily. you want me to order him back here? He's much more pliable this way. Perhaps we could set up some sort of arrangement where we protect all of your things and I end up the middleman.
We'll discuss that once we've acquired a few more things from here.
You weren't supposed to smash through the secret door there. The real value, are in our spell books. And he looks at the other book.
Yeah, we'll just call it the Book of Fun.
And then the big pile of things you took off of him, like he did have significant magic. And
In Nizumi, Junker tells Barnabas and Ghost,
This book act like doppelganger, misleading to eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'll be honest, I can't fucking help myself. I've got to see what's in it. After, though.
okay, Chaga read Magic's the book because he worships not the special book, but he's looking through the
Spellbook?
spell books, and there are some potent spells in here. Tell me, did the other Bargles have spell books? No. We used the spell book communally. Of course, I got to prepare my spells first in the morning.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Yes. The first one is a spell book that goes from 1st to 5th. Some of the spells are listed there, cut off after the first level spells. The second spell book is called the Book of the Dominator. This book is part spell book, part log book that tracks individuals who have been charmed and when, and part schedule of who needs to be charmed next and when. The creatures listed in the book are likely the minions and monsters in the Mistmere ruins, charmed by Bargle. There are but 2 spells in the spellbook, Dominate Person and Charm Monster, and the most prominent victims include Tunbarrel, Blackguard of Vaprak, Charmed, Tarp, Old Scale, Legendary Trapmaker, Dominated. It looks like Tarp's domination will wear out in 5 days.
Might be how long it takes for us to recover enough to leave this place. Alright.
From this, you are guessing that this Bargle is a tentacle caster.
Okay.
Seems like every 9 or 10 days he dominates Tarp.
Alright.
And this apparently has been going on for several years. This is proof enough that the disappearance of Tarp is actually due to these assholes.
Yeah. Alright. What else of value have you got for us to learn? Oh, I know. Let's start with Foundry.
Who are your ones who give you Bargle?
Our forefathers and mothers, I suppose.
Why you have forefathers?
No, how do I describe this to you? Our parents? Those who spawned us.
They were hand-me-downs. Just...
As for the bits of Bargle, maybe you could leave me a little taste?
Yeah, it's fine. I need the Bargle.
You didn't smash the wizard golems, did you?
The wizard golem? Oh. Yeah.
On your way in the room with the big tapestry.
I can't remember if we did or not, did we? I think
No, they didn't animate and attack you.
Oh, that's right. No, we left those.
Oh, each of the crystals on the golems actually holds organic material from a different creature. Some of the crystals hold parts of the template.
You don't say.
Yes. You see, we can turn into other creatures. I'm afraid to do that in front of you, for you might think
Yeah,
I'm...
we would, because you might get out of the ropes, and that would be very upsetting.
He smiles a cheerful smile. He wiggles a little bit as the rats are unnerving.
Now, Foundry,
Yes.
do you know exactly how many people doppelgangers you have there?
No.
Is he lying?
He...
Give or take.
Hard to say. There likely are other... how do we describe them? Groups? Like ours?
Non-affiliated, but still like you.
Well, I would say more like... abandoned to fend for ourselves.
Fair enough.
We were sort of... instructed, told it would be best if we stayed outside of Foundry. It's why we linger here in these ruins. It is why we gathered so many powerful minions that you killed most of.
Oh, you can get new ones.
That is true. If you leave me my spellbook as well, I could get more minions. I could capture some artisans for you and they could work for you. Perhaps we could come to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
First arrangements we're going to come to is you're going to tell me the identities, or the assumed identities, of the doppelgangers you know of in Foundry.
Oh, Foundry is a beautiful and wonderful place. So many people wandering around. I'm not aware of any templates. Each doppelganger would very much with so much selection and choice. Think of a giant king's closet full of clothes mixed with
You're telling me so one of yours gets their hands on a lord of some sort. They're not going to live for years in the lap of luxury because they want to flip about and be some bum on the street.
I'm saying that the Imperium is wise about our ways, that a doppelganger who hasn't had practice, who tries to replace a lord, might very well be discovered.
Alright, so what I'm getting from you is you don't know for sure who's who.
No, not unless I see them. We tend to be able to spot each other, but even then, some are better at hiding than others. We've been at this some time. Newly born doppelgangers are pathetic. Unfortunately, you have to learn by practicing, and by practicing that means you fail once in a while, and by failing means that people know of our existence.
Alright.
We are not failures. We were gifted a template.
What is the purpose of the template?
Oh, it allows us to become Bargle.
But why would three of you want to become the same person?
Because Bargle is powerful.
You get more power from being Bargle than you would someone else.
Oh yes, templates are very, very powerful. They are special beings. I'm not even sure what makes a template special, but I know when we consume Bargle's flesh, we become wise in wizarding ways. So much so I learned a little bit of magic myself. I think that is why I'm the chief Bargle.
I would like to see one of these templates.
Well, they're inside the golems.
That's it, that's the only spot they are.
Yes, it is a... He is a template. An enigma of people. You could be a template, although it would require me to sample you.
Yeah, that won't be happening.
Oh no, you're not eating me either, says Chaga. Oh. Don't worry, templates are very rare. I've only heard of the one. In fact, we were just fumbling around and young and stupid, dreaming of replacing kings and high priests and such as you mentioned before we were gifted our template.
The template, though, makes you more accurate?
Yes, in a manner of speaking, but Bargle is a wizard who can cast fifth circle spells.
I grant you that. Alright.
I could only cast, well, I couldn't cast any until I became him. Is that sufficient?
That is sufficient for the time being. We're just going to wait for Tarp to finish his work.
I warn you that the information you've gotten now surely would put a, well, mark on all of your backs should doppelgangers find out you know about templates.
Duly warned.
It's not the sort of thing I would be publishing books about. He looks you up and down.
No, it's also not the sort of thing you're going to be telling others you told us, I don't imagine.
Of course not. I'd be ostracized if I were. All alone.
We don't want you to be all alone.
He smiles.
Alright. Wrap him up. We'll be back for him. Carry him gently, okay? We're gonna go check the rest of the place. We're gonna follow Tarp around and let him undo the
Alright, so you guys go into the next room. Tarp is there. You can see he's like picking up darts. Oh, Tarp! Unless you re-gagged Bargle.
No, we'll let him speak because we know he
Tarp, come over here. Abandon that task. He's wandering over. Oh, what happened to your friend over there? Is he alright?
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine. He's just unconscious. Probably. Either way. Can you have him open up the secret doors and all that?
Chugga, may I speak to you in the other room, Barnabas?
Yeah, sure, fine.
This is a dangerous game we're playing.
Oh, what's that?
He can cast spells that allow him to escape.
Yeah, he would have done that by now.
We've bled all over these floors. If I am to understand, all he needs is a drop of our blood and he could turn into us.
I said I would leave him alive.
I'm going to spend a DM point to allow Grackle to wake up.
Okay, sure.
Grackle snorts awake.
I said I would leave him alive.
Oh, wizard!
What Alistair decides to do with a tied-up doppelganger is entirely up to him.
We've learned quite a lot about him. I don't think I want an enemy like that or a friend, if you catch my drift, wandering around after we leave here.
This one must not be allowed to live.
Alright. I think we've got what we need from him.
If we want to use him to undo all the others, but I think if he dies, the mental domination will go away.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, we can do that. I don't think he'll mind. I mean, we're freeing him after years of servitude. Seems to me the least he can do, especially if he wants a ride back.
We should just bring him to Malafest.
We could keep him as a prisoner, but
Let the Lich have his way with him.
It's not the... Belifont just wants to know where his enemies are.
I think he wanted to torture him too.
I don't want to tangle with the wits of this thing. It's got too many powers.
if you believe this thing, there might not have been an actual apprentice named Bargle. There might have been an apprentice named Bargle who was a doppelganger who... Maybe they were just simply there to learn spells from Belifont.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. Yeah.
Oh. Do we tell Belifont that he was fooled by a nest of doppelgangers?
I don't think that's necessary. I just think we just have to show up with the information he wants and tell him Bargle had to go.
He's going to send us to this elven place, isn't he?
Yes, but here's the good news. I believe there's a good chance they have a missile there that we can study.
Of what?
A missile. Elven high magic.
Oh, yeah.
Night circle.
Chug is pretending to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating. Let's see.
Well, I have a more wicked idea. Curse being from my family, I swear I wouldn't think this way if it wasn't for them.
Unburden yourself.
If we're there to go and do dirty business, we could leave behind a dead Bargle, have them blame.
He won't be a dead Bargle.
No, he'll be a...
He did thing like
He points at the piece of weird doppelganger.
Right, but if these Bargles know where she is, maybe there's more to it.
what you mean?
Well, why doesn't Belifont know that she's in an elven city? Where in elven city? Okay, I live in Foundry. Where?
You mean
She will be a person of note, I imagine. Possibly with a shrine.
Minigard?
He gave us a name, so I suppose, yes, with a shrine. We could just take a dead body of a Bargle and
There is a... Oh, well, I guess
deposit a dead Bargle after we've done our dirty business. That one over there, maybe.
But he's not form Bargle, he's form of doppelganger.
I'm concerned about walking into a village full of elves, doing something bad, and then leaving, and having a bunch of angry elves following us around.
Ah, yeah.
Clearly, they're all wrapped up in doppelgangers, because doppelgangers are everywhere, which is a horrific thought.
Are you familiar with the spell? Let's see if I'm familiar
Then
with the spell.
bring bodies of doppelganger, leave them.
23. Do I know about the spell Sculpt's Corpse?
Sure.
Have you ever heard of the spell Sculpt Corpse?
Heard of it, it seems necromantic. The only thing I know how to do with corpses is to keep them fresh. Gentle repose.
Well, we'll see if we can find a wand. Unless you're looking for it, we can make any corpse look like Bargle. Or anyone we want.
I'm just thinking that if these doppelgangers know where an elven lady is, that perhaps just leaving behind a doppelganger body might throw the tracks off of us.
That's good plan.
Let's switch that one, because that one never...
So deceptive. It's such a wonderful thing.
Yes. Sometimes it's like playing chess in my household. My brothers prefer checkers.
Yeah, I kind of got that from your last brother's visit.
Alright, Chaga's gonna go over and free the doppelganger body from the chains, and he's gonna add that. He rolls it up in a. He's gonna add that to the treasure. Doppelganger body.
Alright.
Where's the book?
You guys grabbed it, I guess.
Yep. More? Oh, has anyone else got questions for our new friend here? For the one and only Bargle? Anyone?
You already obtained the location of Elf?
Yes, we have that. Oh, seems that's it then. Unfortunately, some new information has come to light. Well, not information, but points of view. And turns out, gag him.
Gag him?
Yeah.
Okay. no, he's tied up. He gets gagged.
In Sylvan, he says to Mort, it's like, paste him.
He apparently understands Sylvan.
Yeah.
There is this race of him trying to turn into a kobold to like escape his bonds, and Mort smashing until he stops moving. Mort wins. He ends up kind of like half kobold, half doppelganger, and you are able to execute your prisoner. Junker snaps his fingers, and the rats begin eating as well. It does turn into a doppelganger body, though.
Is Tarp still in the room, or is he off doing other traps somewhere?
Tarp had been ordered just to come here, and he's standing there, and you notice these...
Are you alright, Tarp?
He backs away, like he flinches a little bit.
You know Tarp.
I know about you. You're the famous trap maker. And obviously you are quite good. You almost killed me 3 times in there.
Yes. Everything is a trap in there.
Yeah, well, we figure you, after, I don't know how long you've been here, but you might want to ride home.
So many years these things have you here.
We was just wondering if perhaps you might help us loot this place before we leave.
Have you found Tarp's spellbook?
Is it one of these?
No.
No, we haven't found it then.
Oh, they have taken many things from Tarp. Sold them. Tarp.
You want to prepare spells from one of these?
You trust Tarp with spells?
You are famous. I would like to be your friend.
What is your name?
I
Human.
am Barnabas Darby at your service, and tips his hat.
Okay, you get a good look at Tarp now that he's moving. Tarp's pretty old for a kobold. In fact,
How you
he
feeling?
is venerable.
How are you feeling, Master Tarp?
Tired.
Do you want to take a rest?
Yes.
Nice bed inside.
But I want to leave this place more. I will
Alright.
I will need long period of rest before I can re-prepare spells.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can you help us, though, loot the fuck out of this place so we can get out of here quicker?
Yes, Tarp knows where there are traps.
Alright, we also need to get those, Mort, this is going to be for you, get those golem things up in that other room. They have, template pieces, and I want to see what those are made of, aside from Bargle.
Yes.
You mean smash them to pieces?
No, that's not what I said.
I made the golems. I can make them walk.
Perfect.
He's got craft golem. Or craft construct.
Awesome. I knew I wanted to be friends with him.
Which also means he can craft magic arms and armor and wondrous items.
He can live in our tower.
Part of it's being super nice.
We've got a bedroom for you.
100 years, Boar. How's it going?
We've got a lich in the basement you can poke with a stick.
800. What's up?
Copper coins in there. Ruse. Ruse is a devious form of trap.
Yeah, it was pretty... I was rused, what can I say?
Very successful trap.
Yes, coins at bottom also poisoned.
For fuck's sakes.
Do you want to salvage poison? I can do that, but I am very tired.
Leave the poison. We'll get the easy to grab things. How about that? Then we'll get
Also,
you
you
home.
have trap that we can.
He goes over and collects some tools and puts them in a bag. With his extreme age, he is strength 6.
Oh,
He wants someone to carry his stuff.
Mort, can you grab a few things for the man?
Good tools.
No, Mort, I'll carry those.
Yeah, it's the sculpting tools and the trap making tools.
Yeah, Mort will just stuff them in the bag, and I'll get these.
Device to control golems is in chair.
Yeah. Okay, we follow him around.
Yep, there's a secret compartment in the chair. He gives you the control device for the golems. He says it's for both the golems.
All right, thank you.